I'm here to present on 2-year data from a randomized clinical FDA trial on the TOPS device, which was formally FDA-approved almost about 2 years ago. Different points of the data are presented in this other meetings in the past. This is a specific sub-analysis between stable and unstable spondylolisthesis within this one. Disclosures in general, there's a lot of investigators, and I'll show you at the end, it's all in the program. My own personal disclosure on this is I'm a believer in arthroplasty, spinal arthroplasty in general, and that's why I signed on to this study. This was a formal FDA randomized multicenter trial that followed all the criteria that FDA lays out. This was prospective. The main key inclusion criteria here were single level pathology between 2 and 5, not L5S1. Had to have a degenerative slip with stenosis. So if there's no stenosis in the slip, that would be excluded. If there's no slip, that was excluded. The specific design of this study was for a slip. At least a 40 out of 10 in the pain score, an ODI score, 35 out of 80, and predominant leg versus back. So you were allowed to have back and leg, you couldn't just have the back beat. Exclusion BMI greater than 40, more than one level of slip involved. Less than 4 millimeters of disc height, because it's that small, it's probably not mobile to begin with, and why do an arthroplasty. And it's slip greater than 1 or lysis, and any previous fusion. So this was 302 subjects on a 2-to-1 randomization. So for every 2 patients, 1 patient got a fusion, every 2 patients got the device got the fusion. And it included both patients with dynamic and non-dynamic spondyles. And so the device is designed to actually have an anterior translation blocker, as you can see right in that animation. And so it is designed to help with mobile spondylolisthesis, not just static. So at 2 years, the minimal clinically important difference between stable and unstable were all pretty equivalent and successful on both sides. This is the 2-year composite clinical success results. This is something that you see in a lot of formal FDA randomized clinical trials now. It's not just about your primary endpoint. They want to take several different endpoints that all are relevant for success. And you have to hit all of them in order to hit composite clinical success. So in this group, there's no re-op and no need for lumbar injections, an ODI reduction of a certain amount, no worsening of any neurologic deficit, no major adverse events with the device, and then no fusion failure. So you had to hit all of these. When you look at that together, the TOPS device was significantly better overall in hitting that clinical composite success than fusion alone. If you look at each one of those things separated out, you'll notice that the fusion one was the one that we dragged it down to give that result. So if you take away the fusion aspect of it, right, because you're not fusing with the TOPS, but you are with fusion, just take that one out, it was still there. Right? You can see that the results are closer, but it was still there. In looking at range of motion, obviously the TOPS device patients had maintenance of their range of motion versus the drop in range of motion with fusion. And so in summary, the results of this randomized clinical trial at the 2-year time point shows that there is significant relevant clinical improvement. Long-term radiographic evidence demonstrates that there is motion preservation versus a non with fusion. The composite results were quite striking. And in general, I think lumbar facet arthroplasty is a viable option and the product is available. I'll tell you, I was talking to Dom about this. In the 20-some-odd patients that we enrolled at the Brigham ourselves, it is amazing that fusions have all come back with adjacent disease since the study and the TOPS device patients we've had. So I'm convinced myself, and I hear all the investigators about the surgeons that are part of this. I have 0 except for the fact that they help fund the research, which is what an FDA study would be. But I have nothing else with it. But it's an exciting device. So thank you very much.
We have both Dr. Zhao